Hello and welcome to GoKind.com. I'm glad to have you. My name is Billy, and in today's video, we're going to explore what we think God's kindness actually is. So stick around with us. So what exactly is God's kindness? Is it feelings that God has towards you? Is it some kind of abstract, ethereal idea? In today's short video, I'm hoping to try to give you a better understanding of what God's kindness is. But this is just the opening discussion for what God's kindness is. I want to encourage you to continue it with us by journeying online or with us in person at one of our GoKind campuses. You see, in the Old Testament, the Hebrews had a word for God's kindness. It was called hesed. It meant loving kindness. And in the New Testament, the Greeks had a different word. That word was charis. Oftentimes, we translate that word as grace. You see, these two words, hesed and charis, both essentially mean the same thing. And here's the meaning of these words. It's the good that God does for you that you have not earned and you don't deserve. Let me repeat that one more time. The grace and the kindness of God can be defined as the good that God does for you that you haven't earned and you don't deserve. What a definition that is. Right away, you can already see the difference between God's kindness and people's kindness, because often human kindness is based on whether or not somebody has deserved or earned it. But God's is unmerited, undeserved favor towards us. Now that is still a little bit kind of abstract in concept. So I want to give you some real tangible takeaways. You see, when you think about the kindness of God, if you want to see it in action, all you have to do is look to the person of Jesus. You see, Jesus Christ is actually the embodiment of God's grace and kindness in action. When you look at Jesus and what he did here on earth, you see him healing the sick, which is an incredible thing because most of the sick were considered lepers in their day and they were outcasts of society, let alone nobody should touch them, but here Jesus was healing them and doing life with them. We see Jesus actually providing for businessmen, these fishermen who toiled all night and caught nothing, and yet Jesus provided for them. We see Jesus actually sheltering people who were caught in wrongdoing, and religious people were waiting for their opportunity to attack this poor woman. And yet Jesus came and he sheltered her. We see Jesus giving people purpose and significance. We see Jesus actually breaking people free of bondages that they were caught in. You see, when you think about the grace and the kindness of God, all you have to do is look at Jesus. And something that you need to know today is that Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and always. You see, God's kindness in the person of Jesus is available to you right now. God wants to continue in a relationship with you where he can supply you with an abundant life, better than you could ever imagine. And so today's takeaway, what is the kindness of God? Well, the kindness and the grace of God is embodied in the person of Jesus. But you can understand it this way. It's the good that God wants to do for you and has done for you that you haven't earned and you don't deserve. So again, I want to invite you to continue this discussion with us, either online or at one of our actual campuses, one of our GoKind campuses. It's so important for you to continue to discover the beauty and the wonder of God's kindness. Thanks again for joining us today, and keep watching.